Hey, it's Anthony Wright, the Scientech with Elementary, and I am mad about your comfort. We are in the lab today. I'm going to do some training to let you all see how we test some igniters, okay? This will hopefully help some technicians out in the field, and it'll also hopefully help maybe some homeowners that want to try to tackle this repair on their own, okay? We got two different igniters. This one looks like a Goodman igniter, came out of a new or an old furnace. This also came out of an old furnace that we replaced. This looks like a Glowfly igniter. It could be an OEM. But either way, I'm gonna test both of these for you and let you know or let you see how to test an igniter. All right, this is a Goodman style. We've got our multimeter put in ohms, okay? Check that out, put in ohms. All right, now we're going to take one lead and put it on one side of the plug. Okay, you got two holes in the plug, put one of your leads on each one. This is kind of difficult because it doesn't really stick in there very well. You got to kind of like wedge it to where it reads. So I'll put both these in here, and this one reads 65 ohms. All right, if I can get it to hold, I'll show you. Maybe. All right, 65, okay? So I would say that's a good igniter. There's no reason to replace this igniter unless of course you break it. All right, now I'm going to do a break test for you. These are very delicate. There's a lot of times where people try to clean their flame sensor and they pull this bad guy out, and this is not a flame sensor. This is an igniter. This is what's gonna ignite the flames in your furnace. Let's do a break test. Very delicate, just like that, it broke, okay? So now we got this other igniter. This is, I mean, it could be OEM, but it really looks similar to a Glowfly igniter. Glowflies are a universal igniter. We do keep those on our truck because they cover a wide range of furnaces. So Glowflies are pretty good if your service got to keep on your truck. Let's go and test this bad guy. Same deal, you know. Put it in each one of these, and we're reading 43. Okay, hopefully you can see this. 43 will be on the lower end of the range, and you can also notice that this one has a white mark in the top. If you can see me or not, a white mark, okay? I would probably recommend going ahead and replacing this. We know that once this igniter gets to around the 30 ohm range, that the igniter is gonna probably fail. So I would say let's go ahead and replace this before it goes out, because we don't wanna have to come out on a service call when it's extremely cold. Let's go ahead and proactively replace this part. Again, brake test. Good. Much better. You can't really break that one. All right, so let's talk about replacing the igniters. You got a couple options. You got a standard igniter. This is a, well, let's go back one more. Silicon nitride. Both are good igniters. This one is extremely flimsy and small. You see how I broke that. This one, heavy duty. I mean, I could probably break it if I wanted to, but it's very strong. So if you're gonna replace an igniter, try to get something that's silicon nitride, all right? That's thick like this. All right, let's go with a silicon carbide. This is what a lot of the older furnaces, and I say older, but I would say any furnace that's maybe, you know, 8 years or older might have an igniter like this. This would be silicon carbide. Yeah, I'm right. Yeah, silicon carbide. This is silicon carbide. It's shiny. It's got like a shiny texture to it. If you see these that also have like the white marks, that's also a sign of it going bad. So you'll want to go ahead and replace this if it does. And you'll also, once you start ohming these out regularly when you're doing your tune-ups, you'll start to notice that the fresh looking igniters like this will ohm out good and the other ones will not. So whenever you're taking these out, make sure you don't get your oil or fingerprints on them, because that will tear these things up. It'll make them burn hotter and go out faster. So do not touch these with your hands. Let's do a brake test. Broke just like that. So I would not recommend installing one of these igniters on any type of repair that a company does. These are not worth, because the other ones aren't that much more expensive to upgrade to. So let's go back into a hot rod. There's a couple of different types of igniters we stock. Hot rods, and we stock the Glowflies. All right, hot rod is just what I had available. So we're gonna do the test, and I've never tested this one as far as a brake test. So let's go ahead and try it out. Now this hot rod kit comes with instructions. It tells you what type of like plates to use and stuff like that. So it's very useful, but for this test we don't really need that. Install guide, warranty, some ceramic wire nuts. Here's a couple brackets. You're gonna wanna remember when you're replacing this with this hot rod, which bracket to use, because you'll have to like bend some of these off, maybe cut some edges off of them. There's one there, so you got one bracket that might do, you know, 4 or 5 configurations. Here's another flat plate. This, I think is, if I'm remembering this right, when you take out a igniter like this, you'll put this in its place, and then the new igniter goes down through the hole, okay? So it would look like this. You know, there's your plate that you're screwing it to, and there's that. All right, so silicon nitride, lot better igniter. It is more expensive, but whenever you are dealing with an item that you don't really want to replace all the time, and you want some reliability, definitely go with this. Also, make sure you don't touch this when you're putting it in. All right, oils on igniters are very, very bad. Makes it burn hotter. Let's do a brake test. Never done this, hopefully it don't break on me. All right, do you see why you want to go with a silicon nitride? They're fucking heavy duty. Just to show an example. But yeah, hopefully this helps you out. Remember, ohm your igniter out first. Make sure that you have voltage, right? Just because it ohms bad and the unit's not coming on, it might not even be getting power. So ohm it out to make sure the igniter's good. If you want to verify that it's getting signal, what you do is take your meter, change it over to volts, like that. Do the same way. You're gonna take your meters, push them into the igniter. Actually, wrong way. You want the wires that go into the furnace, shove those in there, and see if you're getting 120 volts. If you've got 120 volts, the igniter should glow. All right, that's pretty much all I got for you. Hopefully this helps you all out when you're diagnosing your unit. Check voltage, 120. Check your ohms, anywhere from 30 to 70. If it's lower on that scale, go ahead and replace the igniter because it's not gonna last very long. If you have any problems, give us a call. Shoot us a message, comment down below, all that good stuff. We can send the Scientech out, out to the house to get you taken care of. Appreciate y'all, take care.